Hey friends, your boy Seth here, bringing you a quick look at Elsie, the new game from Playtonic Friends, or Playtonic Friends is the publisher anyway. Big thanks to them for passing along a code for us to check this out on Nintendo Switch. This game has been getting some like, press and stuff, and trailers and hype and buzz around it. So I'm excited to give you all a little bit of a look at it here. This is a roguelike, a roguelite, I guess, action combat platformer shooter thing. It's sort of like a Mega Man inspired, or think about like Gunstar Heroes or something like that in a roguelike context. You play as Elsie, who's an android guardian that this Dr. Gray, I think her name is, character made a bunch of them, and they're like missing. You gotta climb this tower and find some of them. I think there's multiple playable characters. I've not unlocked them yet. I've put a few hours into the game, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to go on maybe a run or two here and play the game a little bit and show you all what the deal is with it. And, essentially the concept is you're just kind of going through, I mean, like a lot of these roguelike games, you're going through this tower, doing runs, earning currency that you come back here to Superior Wharf and spend on various shops with NPCs and kind of build it up and get new upgrades and stuff to make future runs a little bit easier and things like that. And it's pretty standard fare for the genre, in good and bad ways, in my opinion. But we'll get in here and we'll take a look. Let's start up a run here and show you all what's going on with Elsie. So when you start up a run in Elsie, you will be kind of assigned like a weapon. There's a pretty good amount of weapons you can unlock, and your run will start off with one of them, and there are ways to unlock new weapons and stuff. And you got your standard sort of like jump. You can fire your weapon. Using your weapon does cost energy, which is that depleting blue bar at the top there. Once I run out of energy, I can still fire my weapon, but it's like quite a bit slower, obviously, because my energy's not back yet. I can press X to do like a special attack that's on cooldown, and we have a dash that we can use with ZR on the Switch, and we can also parry with a ZL on the Switch. And parrying is actually a pretty big deal in this game. There's also kind of a slam that you can do with down B. You can do this to both damage and like bounce off of enemies and obstacles. So you're gonna see all of that here as we run through the game. This is, again, a roguelite, so it is procedurally generated, and these are kind of like random levels, although you're going to see, I mean, as is the case with a lot of this, you're going to see like kind of recurring themes and layouts and stuff like this. What you just saw there, whenever you parry an attack from an enemy, I'll try to show it off here, this little window comes up, and you're actually encouraged to not just like mash buttons. You can parry the attack and then time it, and then if it comes into that green circle and you hit the parry button again, you'll do a counter attack to deal some damage to it, like this. So you're very much incentivized to parry attacks in this game. Now, am I good at this game? No. But it's interesting, and there's definitely like, there's achievements and stuff you can unlock. You're gonna find chests on your runs that will get you different upgrades so that you can start to build up your character. There are definitely some pretty broken builds you can make, and you have like a pretty limited health pool to start out and stuff like that too. So we're probably not gonna get super duper far, but we'll see what we can do here. I did level up, so I can hit minus here and pick one of these upgrades. This is another thing where like you can build this up at the hub. The amount of upgrades that are kind of available to you. Hyperdrive is one of my favorites. The thing is, at least like earlier on in the game, you do kind of see like a lot of the same stuff on your runs, which again is not terribly uncommon in this genre. But it's definitely like the sort of thing where, like this room right here in particular, like I've seen this room a bunch of times here in the first kind of like the early goings of the run here, and you're gonna notice that, as a recurring theme. Let's see what we have here. And then, yeah, like, even these upgrades, like, it's a lot of the same upgrades until you start leveling them up and getting new stuff. Fire a laser from each drone. On parry, summon 3 fireflies. That seems good. Oh, reports continue of sudden gale force winds racking the south coast. Evacuation is in progress to the following counties. So, this room here will sometimes have either a little event like that, or I was kind of hoping we would see it here, but sometimes it'll have like a bonus room, like there's like a Smash Brothers-esque break the targets room that can appear here as well, sometimes. So we have kind of like a rest area here, we can get some health back. And I'm still pretty early in the game as well, so I'm not gonna pretend like attack damage plus 10 or 30 scrap. 30 scrap's actually a pretty good amount of scrap. And that's what you can take back to the hub and use to upgrade. So that's a good example of like the parry there and a parry counterattack. You can bounce on the walls, Mega Man X, you know what I mean? Pretty much what you would expect. If you're familiar with this genre, the stuff that the stuff that you think you can do, you can probably do. Here are these things here. This is a good example of using the platforming to get yourself some extra height. I can use that down B sort of attack to get some extra height off of that. I can do it on enemies too. Oh, they just dropped a blueprint. I can take that back to the hub, and there'll now be a new item in one of the shops in the wharf for me. And, yeah, I mean, the game, like, Elsie, it's good. Like, I like it. My whole thing with this is, like, I think that if you're a fan of this genre, like, this is a pretty well-worn genre, right? And I don't know that Elsie is doing anything, like, exceptionally new. That isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like, I think oh, I should not have done that. I think that there are going to be people that really vibe with this. I think that, like, if you're looking for, you know, some kind of roguelike thing, you're probably going to dig this. But, you know, if you're the kind of person that plays these types of games all the time, this game's not going to show you really anything new either. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that it's, like, worthless or whatever, but it is what it is. Gain damage whenever you hit an enemy, up to 30. I don't like the bonuses that are lost on health loss. I lose health a lot. I'm not very good. No, that's fine. Let's see if that'll take care of him real quick. So I only have, like, 2 hits right now. Sometimes you'll come into these kind of like challenge rooms. These kind of challenge rooms that are like, you know, kill X amount of enemies, and then the door opens. Yeah, okay. I was not feeling good about that run at all. I was like, this is already not going well, but that's fine. Because that gives us a chance to come back to the hub and look at some of the stuff we can buy. These, like, I think what are they called? They're called, like, this currency is called, like, something amulets or talismans or something like that. And I can use it, I can take it to the blacksmith character here and use it to buy new weapons, which I'll do. This is just new stuff that you can essentially, like, pick up on your run. So we got that. Pop over here. We have this character who's like the Captain Gray or whatever. You see I have 118 scrap right there above Elsie's head. I can essentially dump the scrap into here to get some passive bonuses, or I can come down to this shop and use it to buy some upgrades for both the runs and like new stuff here in the town as well. So that's all stuff that, oh, that's interesting. I thought I bought this last time I played. Maybe it didn't save or something like that. But yeah, you can spend your scrap to like build up the area. Like every time you go to a new sort of like zone in the run, like the last time I played, I found the Garden of Roses area, and so now I can I can, you know, build up what's called a bonfire in there, where I can, you know, the rest areas and things where vendors and shops and stuff are. Every time you go to a new area, you're also going to find like a new NPC to come back to the hub and stuff like that. I love the art. The things that I really do love about the game is like the art and the design. Scatter shot, double the amount of bullets fired, but bullets deal 45% less damage. Okay. These again are things that we can find on our run.
I'm so proud of you.
Blazing bullets, nice.
Yes.
Thunderstorm rounds. And again, you wanna, you know, you wanna put as much into this sort of thing as you can, right? So that you just have more and more stuff that you can use. Got our inventory here. This will kind of like show off, you know, the stuff that you know, our stats and stuff on runs if we want to. Again, you got achievements. There's some settings and stuff in here too. You got like some accessibility settings. If you really want to just get through it, you can literally make yourself invincible, which is nice. They've even got some fun stuff, like you can change the font size, colorblind assist. You can like blur out the backgrounds if you want to, which I think is nice. You know, I think it's all that stuff is always good. All right, let's see if we can do a little bit better on this run. See if we can at least show off some of the other zones. So here we go. We got this weapon. This is like a charge weapon. I've never used this before. So I'm sure this will go super well. Does do a lot of damage, I'll give it that. These are little like scrap piles. Get these little bits that you use at the shops that can spawn. And again, like there's nothing wrong with the game. Like I think the game is good, and if you're a fan of this genre and if you're looking for a new thing like this to play, you'll probably find it worth your time, you know? Like I think that there's plenty to like here. But if you're the kind of person that plays stuff like this all the time, you're not going to find anything new here either necessarily, right? That's all I mean to say. Did I already die? Jesus. I'm not good at this game, y'all. The furthest I have gotten so far, and I didn't like that weapon anyway, the furthest I've gotten so far in a run, and I'm not super far in, I've only played a few hours of this, so everything's going to get deeper and more involved, obviously, the deeper in I get as well. So I don't feel comfortable making like a snap judgment here on the game or whatever. But you know, I do think I do like a lot of what this game is doing, even if I don't think it's like necessarily innovating on the genre. That's okay too. You know what I mean? Like not everything has to be a complete genre shakeup. Sometimes you just want a little bit of comfort food, and maybe that's what this game will be for people. If you like your Dead Cells and stuff like that, maybe that's, you know, maybe this is the kind of thing, you're looking for in a game right now. And if that's you, then like, yeah, you know, maybe. What do we got here? Double the amount, you can no longer crit with weapons, double the amount of bullets fired, but bullets deal 45. I don't like that. This seems good, Thunderstorm rounds. We just got this. New stuff from the lab. I can also parry through, well, I missed that completely, but I could have parried that, that blade as well. Let me see if I can do that. See? So you can even parry through obstacles. The parry seems to be a big, like they want you to parry. Oh God. I'm really trying to like I'm trying to do better, y'all. I feel like I'm taking way too much damage here. I feel like I do not normally do this badly. I can't believe I'm already down to just two health. Alright. Oh, there is one more thing that I actually should show off. Bullets gain boomerang. Bullets bounce against surfaces. That's actually nice. I always like that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's let this dude do his thing. Woo. Okay. Gonna let this respawn here. Health would be great. Okay, here we go. I think this might be, this might actually be, a break the targets level. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. I was hoping to show you all this, because I actually do like this. Let's see what we got. So yeah, this is exactly what it looks like. It is a Smash Brothers style break the targets room that will sometimes appear. Because, like, why not? Like, it's just, you know, sure. Important, you don't want to fall through anything here. You don't want to, you want to be able to do this without falling. Let me see if I can pull this off here. This is a bit weird. Angle on that is a bit strange. Hang on. We're going to do this. Do some janky stuff here to try to get this this guy. Okay. All right. That's all good. Why is that guy like floating there? What else do we have? This guy here? We did it. Success. Alright, now we get this. Luck of the draw. That's like a fun little thing. It just kind of shakes up your runs. Thank God for this bonfire. Get a little rest. I need it. Once I upgrade to a certain point, I can unlock this. Don't have that yet, though. Get these from time to time. All bullets can pass through walls. That's pretty cool. Healing items restore extra HP and increase spell damage. We're gonna go for reverberation, I think. One more thing that I do need to show off. I'll do it maybe if we get to a boss fight. I think that'd be a good opportunity to show off one mechanic that I have not shown off yet. Okay. Getting some armor right now. Armor's always nice to have. These guys will drill and then they'll kind of like come back up. I will say, one thing that I will credit the game on, there is a decent amount of enemy variety in the game, especially when you get to like some of the other areas. There is actually a pretty decent amount of enemy variety. All the areas that I've been to so far, and I've only been to like 3 of them, they've all had quite different enemies in them, with some like recurring enemies, but nothing too crazy. Alright, leveled up. Elsie is very much like a lot of the dialogue in the game is a little weird. It's a little, she's saying a lot of like kind of gamer things. When she levels up, she'll be like, ding! Okay. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Yeah, unload seems good. Go ahead and grab some of this here. We're picking up keys. If you look at the bottom left, you can see the bits that I have, and you can see the keys that I have. Keys are used for, I mean, yeah, lock chests.
What should I get?
Sure, we'll rest, even though we have nothing really to rest with. This could be a new weapon. No, it's just 30 scrap, which we'll go ahead and buy. We got the bits to blow. Why not? There are upgrades to make it like so that you have more options whenever you see these shops as well. I do think the vibes of the game are good. Like, I do like the colors. I do like the pixel art a lot. I think the pixel art's actually gorgeous. The soundtrack, I think, is a lot of fun. So far, I've really enjoyed the soundtrack. There's a little bit of voice acting in the game that I think is also solid. I really like the character art. You know, the game's not, again, like, my take on the game is that it's not doing anything wrong, but it also isn't doing anything super interesting, you know? But that's up to you to decide. Like, again, I think that, you know, there is a type of person for whom this is going to scratch an itch. If you like this sort of stuff, I think you're probably going to like Elsie also. Okay. We're doing way better on this run, at least. Maybe we'll actually get to a boss fight. Imagine that. Messed that up. Get some health back. That works. Alright, come on. Do this. Like, you see, she's saying, like, flawless victory and ding and stuff like that. It's a little... I don't know. Like, if you told me that annoyed you, I wouldn't necessarily disagree. Alright, another break the targets. I do like these. They're not timed. At least I haven't seen a timed one yet. This one's gonna be a little tricky to reach. I'm just gonna shoot it. Okay, I was like, is there gonna be a platform there? Because I really don't want to just fall into the abyss. Let's do... Trying to be a little bit safe here. Okay, and I've had a little bit of weirdness on some runs. I haven't had anything like that happen yet in this video, but I have had a couple of things in runs where, like, this is gonna be strange. Getting to that one, let me see if there's a way through up here. I've had a little, like, you know, just procedural generation jank, where, like, I'll jump into a level and, like, it doesn't seem like the game has, like, a great, like, way for me to progress. There always is a way to progress, but, like, it seems a little janky. That's happened to me a couple times. Nothing too crazy. Oh, I can swap my reload, which restores all my energy, for a small but efficient laser beam. Why not? That just changes my A, which I think... Is this the same... Sure is. Okay. That's fine. I mean, I guess that's a pretty well-timed example of some of what I'm talking about. Okay. Well, there's a key. Actually, well, no, I can't go back now. Gain 5 armor. That might be nice. Every 15 seconds, your next dash attack will gain lightning damage. I'm gonna take the armor, especially since we're probably about to get to a boss fight. Alright. Yeah, here we go. Should be a boss. I've fought this boss before. Oh no, I don't think I have.
These storms are getting crazy. We need the Sky Guardian right now.
Celestia Twilight Harbinger.
Oh, great to meet you, by the way.
The Guardians have new orders, Elsie. I don't report to Grey anymore. Stay dead this time.
Okay, yeah, I have not fought her before, never mind. I thought she was... I fought this character called, like, Soul, that sort of looks like her, but I've not fought her yet. And I also fought a character that was, like, moon-based, so maybe that's the deal. Maybe because I fought both the sun and the moon-based enemy. Oh, she's using her Guardian Trigger, so I should use mine. Guardian Trigger is an ability where there's a little meter to the left of my health that builds up, and when you use both L and R at the same time, you'll use your Guardian Trigger, and you will essentially not have to do that second parry thing in order to do a counterattack. When you parry, you basically always perfectly parry. So the game, parrying is a big thing in the game.
So this means the Guardians weren't missing at all. You cut your comms on purpose. Something tells me the storms weren't accidents either.
Correct. The attack on the city was the perfect time to go dark. We would never have escaped Grey's madness otherwise.
You want to talk about madness while you're out here making hurricanes? You were made to help people.
I do really like the art and the voice acting and stuff.
Can also cut flesh, but civilian casualties are not the goal.
What are they then? A byproduct of your master plan?
We're tools, Elsie. We don't make plans. We take orders.
Whose orders?
Tell your keeper she'll have to tear the answer from my skull.
Oh, please.
It's a little,
I promise
little
you
much.
she's gonna be a lot gentler than I was. Elsie to Dr. Gray. I found Celestia. Requesting extraction.
We did it. Okay, so we can go to the Forge Master's Caldera or Circuit City. This is actually a new one for me. Not to be confused with Circuit City, the sort of like 90s, 2000s electronics store. I've never been to Circuit City. Well, I've been to Circuit City in real life. I've never been to Circuit City in Elsie though. So let's see what the deal is. Maybe there'll be a dude approaching me about like a laptop or something like that in here. Okay, and just straight damage increase. That works for me. Yeah, I really do love the art. Like it looks great, right? Like the pixel art's great. I kind of find myself wishing, I don't know, like, and again, this is a personal preference thing. Maybe I'm just a little like over roguelikes or something like that, but I do find myself sort of wishing that the game was like a designed game. You know what I mean? Like a more, I guess, traditional... I actually don't know what the deal is with these guys and their shields. Whenever an enemy dies, okay. This seems good. That works. Take that. Yeah, well, what's the deal with the shield? I don't know. Maybe I have to... Do I have to dash? No. I like that enemy is just sort of like wailing on the guitar there. It's pretty good. Maybe only counterattacks work? Well, never mind. That's fine. We had to get a little taste of Circuit City. Yeah, actually I have no idea what that was.
Great, Elsie. I've made some progress with Celestia. Stop by the lab if you'd like to check in. Over.
We'll check in. We will check in. Hi, Dr. Gray.
Celestia caught a virus that corrupted her directive and memory systems. I've isolated it and disconnected her from the network to prevent further...
Whoa! Slow down, Doc. I thought the Guardians were totally hack-proof.
The Guardians are basically robot masters from Mega Man, right?
Rock is perfect, Elsie. Our enemy has an intimate knowledge of robotics and seemingly endless resources. But it wasn't an overnight job either. They've been planning this for a long time.
Any leads on who?
The virus was heavily encrypted. I contain no memory of the assailant.
Hey! Morning, sunshine. Glad to see you better. While you were infected, you kept talking about madness and calling us tools.
I mean...
What are we, Elsie, if a mere passcode can corrode our loyalty?
Huh?
Is she wrong, though?
We are instruments of terrible power. Our wrath was turned on mankind. Before this all ends, someone must answer for that.
I like how edgelord Celestia is.
Had the good sense you would kill me now, while I am merely a liability and not a catastrophe.
That's enough, Celestia.
Another weapon to save the world, Doctor? I wonder what this one will cost.
Guess we're not having that party after all.
I mean, really all the virus did was kind of reveal Celestia's own
That must have just been...
insecurities about Dr. Gray, I guess.
Right. It's cool. If I'm going to save the other Guardians, I'm gonna have to get used to a little sinister monologuing. But, Dr. Gray, that virus, if it gets me too,
I built you with exactly these safeguards in mind, Elsie. And I would sooner give my own life than let a fate like this befall you. Focus on your mission. I'll take care of the rest.
I mean, why didn't the other Guardians get those safeguards?
I'll get going.
All right. Let's go ahead and upgrade some of this. We want more stuff. Tundra bullets. That sounds cool.
Keep it up.
Fury of the Firefly. On counterattack, summon 4 fireflies. So, like, you know, this is the kind of game that I think you do need to let cook a little bit, because I do think that, like, you only start to see the build potential with this the more you kind of get in. I feel like more so than other roguelikes, you really gotta build on this. For better or for worse, right? Like, it's up to you to decide if that's the kind of thing that you like or not. But I do think that you have to, like, build on this in order to make the game more interesting. It's gonna take, like, a little bit of a time commitment, right? So I don't know. Hopefully this has been, like, a good enough look for you to decide to sort of determine if this is, like, something you would want to invest time into, because I do think you're going to need to invest time to get the most out of the game. And again, if you're looking for a new sort of roguelite thing, there are probably, you know, worse places to direct that energy. At the same time, there might be better places to direct that energy as well, right? Like, you know, if you're into, like, Mega Man roguelikes, stuff like 30XX comes to mind, right? Which is another sort of Mega Man X style roguelike thing. This game to me is actually more like Gunstar Heroes than Mega Man X, but still, you know, like, I think there's a lot to like here. I also think that, you know, this could be the sort of thing that, like, really vibes with you. This could be the sort of thing that doesn't vibe with you. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below about Elsie. If you're playing it, if you're planning on picking it up, if you liked what you saw here, if anything in here interests you, I'd love to hear from you. It's cool. It is neat, and I do think that there's going to be an audience for this. So check it out. I got a purchase link in the video description if you want to check it out for yourself. Again, love the pixel art. I love the way, like, this hub looks. I love the backgrounds. I love the colors. The game looks gorgeous on the OLED as well. Really good, like, handheld game, right? So I don't know. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Thanks again to Playtonic Friends for passing along the code. Really appreciate it. This has been a look at Elsie. I've been Seth, and we will see you in the next one.